a lot of broke people talking about these CPNs, but a lot of the rich people that I know, they all have good credit. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Credit Plug channel. So for today's video, I wanted to talk about a particular topic. Now, I've done several videos about this previously, but I wanted to talk about the importance of financial integrity. And so what is financial integrity? Financial integrity is basically, making sure that you comply and, you show good faith when it comes to your financial obligations. So if you take out a loan, a credit card, auto loan, line of credit, mortgage, whatever the case is, if you borrow money, that you make every effort to pay it back. And the reason why I wanted to put this video out is because I've noticed that a lot of people have zero financial integrity whatsoever. And I just wanted to let people know that, if you're trying to move ahead in life, right, in most situations, there's going to come a time where credit or your financial reputation or even just your general, social reputation is going to come into play. And your financial reputation is actually part of your social reputation. So you're going to get faced with a situation where your reputation, whether that's financial, whether that's your social reputation, is going to open or create an opportunity for you to better your life. Now, unless you're just a billionaire and you don't need credit, you don't use credit, then that's another story. But even millionaires use credit. So for the average person, there's going to come a time where you're going to need to use credit, whether that's to buy a house, whether that's to finance a car, whether that's to pay for education or healthcare, whatever the case is. And so you don't want to tarnish your credit or your financial reputation. Now, I know there are times where people, let's say, might fall on hard financial times where maybe their income falls short or, they're just consumed with debt and they're unable to pay their bills. That's one thing. Now, if you are in that situation, what you should do is reach out to your creditors, reach out to, your credit card issuers or, whatever the case is, and see if you can make payment arrangements, because you want to make sure that that relationship is not tarnished, because if that relationship is tarnished, then you're going to have a derogatory mark on your credit. I'm going to let y'all know this too. Fixing, repairing credit is going to get harder in the future, right? And so you don't want to continually go through this cycle like, oh, let me just run off on these credit cards or these loans and then just go through credit repair. I see this time in, time out where people are just, going through this constant cycle of ruining their credit, repairing it, getting more credit, like doing the same thing. One thing you have to realize too, and one thing that I realized is that once you have a good credit and a good financial reputation, you can get enough credit to the point where it makes absolutely no sense to run off with the money, right? Like, I have so many credit cards, so many lines of credit that, for me to just run up all of that money and not pay it would be foolish, because again, you're tarnishing the relationship with the financial institution. So you may not be able to go back to them. And number two, you're missing out on opportunity, because there's going to be a time where your credit is not good. And let's say, there's an opportunity, you're trying to buy a house and you can't get in on the ground floor because you got to wait till your credit is in order. You're always going to be out of position to seize opportunities. And this is something that I actually experienced, several years ago, when a business opportunity presented myself when I didn't have the capital to pull the trigger on it. And now that's a very successful opportunity. So, it's opportunity cost by not being in position. And when you're constantly tarnishing your credit, when you're constantly getting denied for loans, lines of credit, you're out of position. You're not in position to take advantage of opportunities, whether that's business opportunities, financial opportunities, employment opportunities. I mean, a lot of jobs do run your credit, right, to see what type of person you are. And then your credit also speaks to your integrity, right? When you have a bad reputation, right? Let's just give an example. Let's say, you don't pay people back, right? No one's going to want to deal with you if you establish a reputation for fumbling the bag. Think about it. And some people don't understand this. Like, they get mad at the banks for denying them for loans when they have bad credit, because they didn't pay back loans that someone else gave them, right? Think about it. Would you loan money to people who don't repay? It doesn't make any sense. Like, the banks don't want to just absorb L's, right? And so that's why you have to maintain good credit. And I could say this, me having good credit versus me not having good credit, I've been able to make so much more money by having excellent credit. And there's even ways that you can make money from having good credit without even going into debt, right? Of course, you could leverage debt to make money. A lot of people do that with businesses, with real estate. But just the mere fact of having good credit, it opens up doors where you could make money without even literally using your credit, right? And so I just wanted to put this video out because I know, there's this whole talk about finessing, running off, that's just counterproductive, right? You're putting yourself on an island because, again, a lot of places are not going to want to deal with you. I mean, I even have sponsors, for example, where they do a vetting process, right? And these are business opportunities where I make tens of thousands of dollars per month, and in some cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars per month with business partnerships. And they do a vetting process. So they might run your credit, pull your LexisNexis, see what type of character you have, what type of integrity that you have. And if you're someone who doesn't have integrity, they may not even want to, extend a partnership or a business opportunity to you where you can make money. And so I laugh when I see people like talking about, running off on a couple $1,000. I mean, that's not worth it at the end of the day. And having bad credit for year in, year out, you're just missing out on opportunities. And ultimately, you're not living the life that you want to live. You're probably not living in the house or the home you want. You're probably not driving the car you want. You're probably not in the job or, have the business that you want because your credit is messed up. So my advice is, once you fix your credit, once your credit is clean, you should never, ever go back to not paying your bills, right? Not paying your financial obligations or running off on the banks. People have been following me for years talking about, can I give them an AU? Can I sell them a trade line, an AU? Like, no, like, build your own credit and you don't have to worry about trying to piggy bank or trying to, do these short hack, getting shelf corps and stuff like that. Just build your credit the organic way where you can rely on your good reputation, not someone else. You could rely on your business's reputation, not having to go buy a shelf corp. Integrity is not really a popular concept. It seems like the majority of people have no integrity versus integrity. And whenever I make videos about this, I get a lot of backlash, and a lot of people, especially, the CPN fanboys and all of those people, man, like, that really take offense to it. So the ironic thing is that a lot of broke people talking about these CPNs, but a lot of the rich people that I know, they all have good credit. So anyways, that's all for today's video. Let me know your comments and questions right down below. And until next time, take it easy and we'll talk to you soon.